your numbers shrink? Again, it should. Let's take this discussion further. What if I added that the CFO, in any scenario, acts as a true business partner, performs exceptionally well, and is highly valued by the organization? Alternatively, how does your thinking change if the person is new to the role, only meets expectations, and may or may not be highly valued? The purpose of this exercise was to show that compensation is both objective and subjective. The objective part involves industry peers, robust data, structures, and guidelines. The subjective part, which highly influences the objective part, is individual performance and perception. Performance is measured by achievement against goals, strategic impact to the organization, and how the individual is valued. This performance influence is based on individual perception, which determines the importance of the underlying performance. It isn't all linear. There is a range of gray. This perception then determines the individual's resulting compensation. Think of it as a math formula. Compensation equals f of x, where f equals performance and x equals perception. Maximizing compensation comes down to personality type, company perception, compensation levels. I have witnessed firsthand how perception impacts compensation levels. As an executive compensation consultant, I partner with senior management and boards to develop compensation philosophies and peer groups, review and analyze data, and discuss how to use the data to determine pay levels. For almost 2 decades now, I have worked with companies across many industries at various stages of growth to review, develop, and refine compensation programs. I am at the table, watching, listening, answering questions, advising. I am part of program discussions, observing how compensation decisions are made using the information that has been provided. As objective as the process might try to be, there is still an element of subjectivity. Individuals can influence the outcome. What I have learned, after almost 20 years of helping companies and individuals determine competitive and rewarding pay programs and levels, is that how you play the game matters. There is more to making money than just moving the ball down the field. How you move the ball matters. Even if you think you understand the value of a job, in other words, how much a job is worth, that doesn't mean you are going to get it. Just knowing the value isn't enough. You can't just ask for it. Other people need to believe you are worth it. Over and over again, women have asked me what I have learned about negotiating pay and dealing with complex situations, and how to leverage my insights. So now I am sharing what I have learned with you. I believe that men are wired differently than women, and therefore play this game better than women. I also believe that women can learn to play the game better. After engaging in intense executive compensation discussions with CEOs, boards, senior leadership, and human resources professionals, I can recognize when and how some women are highly valued and when and how some women are less highly valued. I have also learned and truly believe that companies by and large do the right thing. Companies develop robust compensation practices rooted in data and analysis, and they implement those practices based on established guidelines and structures. Most importantly, companies are not trying to limit women's earning capabilities. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I have had the pleasure of partnering with senior male executives who wholeheartedly advocate for their female counterparts. Furthermore, women have much more control over the process than they realize, and they need to exercise this control. Women can change the playing field and increase their earnings. Women can minimize missteps and improve their probability of scoring. It all comes down to how women are perceived. Perception influences the outcome. Perception influences your pay. The most important message is this: you are a powerhouse. I encounter all types of women at every level, acting as active board members, performing at the executive level, seeking the executive level, seeking career advancement, or launching their professional careers.